Hi there, this is Charity with another episode of Roleplay 101. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. So today we're going to be talking about two types of role-playing that I know of. First one is called Script RP. If you've ever read a movie script or seen one, then you probably know what this is. A Script RP is basically when you use your character's name, you put your character's name first, then you put the colon, and then you put their thoughts, actions, and speech. For example, using one of my own characters, it would go like this: Cornelius, colon, space, and then it would have his speech, and then his thoughts and actions if I choose. Generally, thoughts and actions are put in between things such as asterisks and hyphens. An asterisk is basically the little star that you see on your computer's keyboard, and hyphen is the little dash. Generally, you would put them in your character's thoughts and actions in between two asterisks or hyphens. It doesn't matter what you use, so long as you use them. It makes it a lot easier for other people. I usually use Script RP when I'm in a chat room on Skype, anywhere where it's easier. They're generally used for less detailed RPs, something where a lot of people are involved, such as RP groups with a lot of people in a chat room, where like about 4 people or more can get involved. They're a lot easier to read too, because you don't have to go through a whole bunch of text unless it's a really long post. I really suggest using this if you're not comfortable with your own writing first, such as if you don't want to write out long paragraphs of detailed script or sentences. I would suggest using Script RP and asking others how they use it. But first, before you even use Script RP, I suggest going to a chat room and just observing everybody and picking up different techniques they have. Even don't be afraid to ask about them if they're not too busy. And the second one that I know of is called Lit RP. I'm pretty sure it's short for Literature RP, because it's basically that, literature. Anything that you write down in, it's basically literature. If you want to get technical, it's probably not, but still. Basically, it's when you write down paragraphs of detail about your character, what they're saying, what they're doing, anything. For example, using one of my own characters, Cornelius looked down the hall. He saw his good friend Neil. He waved to her. But of course, you don't want to make it too choppy if you want to make it really detailed. Like so. Cornelius was tired. He stretched his arms, and then you'd put a period. It's just like writing a story. I, of course, am not too good at speaking out stories, but you get the idea. Usually these are found in some chat rooms when 2 people want to do Lit RP, and they can be found on Tumblr, in fact. A lot of people RP on Tumblr. I'm one of those people. I think it's a really great way to try out stuff. And I just hit my table. So basically, if you want to do a Lit RP, I would suggest going to forums. You can basically go to Google and look up RP forums, and you'll probably find one. Now, the thing with that, you have to remember to read all the rules, make an account, talk to an administrator first if you can, and make sure you got everything done before you even start. Because people can get pretty pissed if you just try and jump in immediately. So basically, if you want to do Lit RP, I really suggest you get a grasp of how you do it. If you know how to write a story, you're good. Just try to make it understandable, because I've seen some people who do write, I wouldn't say bad, but it's not really grammatically correct. But you have to keep in mind, not a lot of people have English as their first language. And I really don't care how they type it. It's just, it can be it's a little pet peeve of mine, but you shouldn't let that stop you from RPing with someone. If you don't want to RP with someone like that, then don't. But teach their own. But I do suggest at least going to Tumblr, looking up through some RP blogs and reading them if you feel comfortable doing so, because they don't really care if you read their RPs, because it's in a public blog usually, and it'll actually give you some ideas of how to type. It'll teach you how to be creative in a way. It'll give you your own ideas. Just don't copy them entirely. So if you want, for a short review, if you want to do script RP, you have to put your character's name, a colon, their thoughts and actions and speech. You can usually do this in a chat room or on Skype or anything like that for people who want to have like this quick fun RPs that don't require a lot of reading. Lit RPs are basically paragraphs. It's also called paragraph RPs, I forgot to mention that. And it's used on basically everywhere you can find an RP site or an RP community. You can even find it on Facebook, but it's generally used for script RP. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you want to see more. Click like, it'll really help me out. Comment on the video if you want. And please stick around. Thank you.